Welcome to day 5, our last day of our Hunkydory week of webisodes. And scrapbookers, I'm calling you. Be sure to be watching this because I think this is also perfect for you. And this is called Heartfelt Occasions. And it has just some wonderful imagery and lots of fun finishes.
Right, and great sentiments. The fun finishes are textured. You're going to get blue, burgundy, you're going to get silver and gold, which you know because it's Hunkydory. And there's just lots of fun ways to show those off, and we're going to show you that.
Absolutely. Come play with us. This is the Heartfelt Occasions Kit, and just want to tell you, if you missed yesterday, you might want to go back and see it because I think the combination of the two will really have you set for a lot of occasions.
Would work really well, I agree.
This is the inspiration sheet, and there are good ideas on it. There's a wishing you the best of luck, get well soon.
There are 131 die cuts in this kit, and you've got some very special foiled finishes, very sentimental greetings, and you're going to be able to make at least 20 cards with this kit alone.
At least. So this is for a special friend, and happy birthday is also included.
That's great. You brighten my day, best friends forever.
Sweet.
So that's fun.
And
I
this
love
is
that
silver.
large, that is silver. The large focal, large circles, that's great.
And this is time to celebrate, so you get to pick what that occasion is.
Sure,
it might be just a note, it might be get well,
There's a happy birthday to you, congratulations, well done is one of the messages.
And of course both of these are actually 3 concentric circles, so you get to play with that.
So you've got those inner frames, you can pop it. There's one of those beautiful finishes. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes.
Thank you ever so much. Many thanks, birthday wishes. So always greetings to choose from.
And multiple frames, as always. Cute little giraffe and elephant.
We've got to see that one close
This
up.
says, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But save that because you're going to need it sometime.
But it also has just for you, from me to you, belated birthday wishes.
And we're going to show you a scrapbook page using that. So
fun.
So this is Get Well Soon, Rainbow. And if you wanted to, if this was wishing you better days ahead, so that's nice.
Yeah, get well soon.
Under the weather.
So you're also seeing lots of different artwork. You're definitely seeing now masculine and feminine, so this is good for either way.
And this is best dad in the world, champion mower, barbecue,
king,
best dad.
Barbecue king, remote master.
Bank of dad, yeah, I know about that. Okay,
what fun.
And this is for mom. Now, these are made in England, so it is mom. She is the queen, certainly, in our lives. And there you go, some really fun imagery.
Birthday queen, it does say Happy Mother's Day as well.
And this is, isn't this pretty? Now,
Beautiful.
The imagery certainly could be anything. Could be birthday, thinking of you, get well. But there's also some words for sympathy, thinking of you, sent with love.
Right, so you can choose whatever it is appropriate for. But I really love how large these are. If I want to look at this one for just a moment, this will make a great shaped card edge.
Would.
So that would be perfect for that. We'll see how it's used a little bit.
Easter. This is fun. And
Easter bleeding.
Okie doke. And you can do this paper tole style by foam taping these on top. They're numbered if you want to use them that way. You've got a great big Easter at the bottom.
Very cute. Nice to have that one around. Here's that textured gold, which I like quite a bit.
Interesting pairing that with the little kitty.
Isn't that great? Well, I love the big doily pieces, white doily pieces and that gold textured doily.
And again, there's 3 layers there.
This would make a great card just as itself. I mean, you can use all of these pieces, foam tape them on a larger card, or use these as corner pieces separately on a card, or just one.
Absolutely. And it's wishing you all the best with love, good luck, and then best of luck. So whatever you choose for that. Now, in addition, of course, as always,
Other way.
you're going to get 10 sheets that have the foiling, and you can see that smattering of foiling. It varies with each sheet. We've got horseshoes that are foiled.
Got some of it on the borders, some of it's just a little bit on the artwork to make a little pop.
Now this one, we'll set that aside. Okay, so we're staying in the foiling and sporting legend.
And there's that red foiling, that's a little bit different.
And just sweet. This has got the gold foiling on it. Not sure.
I think we like the animal one.
I think we do
quite a bit.
This has got get well.
But I love this. The rainbow is just beautiful on there. Actually, that was used in a unique way on the page.
On the scrapbook page, you're right. So we've got foiling there.
That beautiful blue foiling. We've got gold up at the top.
Happy Easter's got foiling on the edges.
So you're getting 10 of the luxury foiled adorable scoreable.
And then you're going to get 10 that are printed. Now all of these are the 350 GSM
Which
weight.
means they are heavyweight. And adorable scoreable means when you score it and fold it, it's not going to crack. It's going to keep its edge and not be frayed. So that's beautiful.
There's just a variety of art and of course matching cardstock.
Always lots to choose from. Now, and you know when it says makes at least 20 cards, it's going to make more than that. We're just being conservative to make sure.
So here is our first example, and this is using both the adorable scoreable and the foiled pieces. And you can see that, well, hopefully you can see that that's been foam taped.
Foam taped. So the outer frame is just glued in place. The second frame here has been foam taped in a single layer, and the third has been double foam taped, so it sets up even higher.
Okay.
So fun.
And we've got certainly the foiling there, but we have added, some dazzles.
So forgive us.
And I think that, no, don't forgive us. It's perfectly fine. And I think what's nice is overlapping things. This would certainly be fine all by itself.
Absolutely.
No problem. But I think that overlapping, adding just a little bit of texture with the ribbon and the dazzles. In fact, we're going to end up showing you several pairs. So this is the gold jewel border dazzles.
What it adds is it adds interest, and it makes it look just a little bit more special. You know that they took a little bit of extra time and did something special for you.
It just picks up that gold foiling. So this is a good basic. Now we're going to do another. And I think also just looking at how that adorable scoreable has been used. So we see just a little bit of the imagery along the bottom. And again, foam taping one of the frames
up higher than the other. So now you've got that little textural interest. Plus you've got border dazzles on the top and bottom, which just sort of finish your card for you.
And actually inside the butterflies, there are the coordinating jewel dazzles. In this case, it's the pink combination, and just nice. And this is thank you ever so much. Now, you know that you can put anything here or you can put nothing there. Just leave it with this, adding the crepe ribbon, and then you can do maybe your message on the inside. So while these are heartfelt occasions, they can be any occasion.
Absolutely.
So that works nicely. Now, this is a larger one that you were talking about.
Yeah, look at that nice big focal. Now that could go, before you open, that could go just flat on the front of a card, just cover your card front with adorable scoreable, or you could do what's been done to this card. So now,
and this one,
open it. Ta-da.
And it is covering up that message, again, a little piece overlapping.
Right, so you've got, in essence, you've got a shaped card, except that all you had to do was cut your card front in half because the focal is large enough to cover up the other half. So I love that card edge. Just you have your little sentiment on the front, but when you open it, you're still seeing the adorable scoreable, which the image continues here on the bottom.
Right, so you can do that. Speaking of continuing, we've done the gold set of jewel and border dazzles. The pink set, well, this is using the silver set. So you can see just what a nice finishing touch that adds both to the borders as well as into those beautiful lilies.
I want to show you how simple it is to turn one of those large focals into a cutaway card without actually having to do the cutaway, the fussy cutting. We can cut it very simply. I have a card here, and what I did was I chose...
And this is a 5-inch square?
Hold on here and I'll let you know. It was a 5-inch by 6.5-inch card. I figured out which focal I wanted, and then I placed it on there, and I want to make sure that that fits on there. It ended up being about 5.5.
Oh, okay.
So cut my card down to 5.5, and then I want to cut half of the front panel away, which I did so. So now I have a card that has just half of that front panel, and we have it at the right size. And then I'm going to cover it with cardstock. So I've got the Adorable Scorable. I can go ahead and glue it on the inside. I do think I will put this on the front, but you'll see how simple it is. And when I cut this cardstock, first of all, when I cut this cardstock, I cut it from the same piece, and I just made sure that I continued the design. That gets glued to the inside. This piece gets glued to just that front panel, very simply. So now my card looks like this. And then I can foam tape or glue this piece only on the left side, and that gives me this cutaway card look without having to cut around the edges once I put this on a card front.
And like we saw yesterday, you could separate these.
Absolutely.
And do that kind of floating piece on the inside.
So it's up to you. If you want that extra gold pop, or do you want to be able to see through to the next sheet?
Whoops.
Either way, and then you'll just glue one and then glue the other. So you've got some options.
It might also depend on how busy the artwork is behind it.
Right.
But
that works. That would work.
It's nice to have that extra piece, don't you think?
Use that to frame another photo.
The other thing that you've done on both of these, or has been done, is that continuation of the art, and I think that just
I think that's important.
Yeah, I think it just makes it much more finished, much more connected. So that works really well.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to go into that Easter, this was the only one in the set that had the option of doing the paper tole.
Right.
So as I turn this, you can see those layers. And even though there are multiple layers, because we're using the foam tape that's very thin, you're getting the dimension without the bulk.
Right.
And so that's helpful, but isn't that just absolutely charming?
It is, and it's really simple to align those images. That is so simple. It's going to be intuitive. When you look at it, you're going to know just what to do.
And I think they're numbered, actually. Also, although this is very light, you might think this is white, but it isn't. This is the Adorable Scorable back here. And I do like the buttons, and very nice because those foam squares are just 1/4 of an inch square. Right. So it just works beautifully behind those tiny elements.
Cute. And hey, look, there's that glitter ribbon again. We were talking about that yesterday. Remember, it comes in all of these different colors. Yes. Nice little pop of color.
That's a nice way to do it. And the suggestion would be to glue this, have the ends extending, and glue it to the back of the Adorable Scorable before you put it on your card.
Actually, this one, all you have to do is cut it even with the edges. You don't even have to wrap it around. And then I would run the glue stick along the edge of that to catch any of those frayed ends so that it doesn't go anywhere.
And we'll back up just a smidge, not too much, thank you, John. And on the inside, Happy Easter, and that is such a cheerful, absolutely charming card. Absolutely charming.
It's cute. I love it when they go off the edge. That really creates interest.
Now, scrapbookers, I promised you a scrapbook page, so here we are. Now, you remember the giraffe and the one that said, "I'm so sorry."
Right.
But how about a trip to the zoo? I mean, how perfect is this?
And they look happy, the animals in this one, and so does the little girl.
Now this is that Adorable Scorable that had the stripes.
Had the rainbow stripes on it.
Turned it on its side.
In banners. How cute is that? It matches the colors and everything. Lily's first visit to the Oregon Zoo. I've been there many times.
Yes, we all have.
So sweet.
And isn't that just charming? So
you know, if
back
we
up a little bit.
I was just thinking, I don't know if you're thinking the same thing. This layout is a really nice layout to remember for lots of different occasions. Banner, photo, couple of little focals, a little bit of journaling. You could use that over and over with different papers, different Hunkydory cutouts.
Right.
Great.
That's exactly where I was going.
Okay.
Now there is a little bit of specialty paper in here. We'll go right under the June and our title. And keeping in the color combinations, this is a glimmer paper. Now it does have the sheen, and I think you're seeing that. It is not holographic. It is a paper. but it just adds a little bit of something special.
A little bit of shimmer, and it doesn't overpower the silver or the gold, in this case, that's on those cutouts.
Now we have something very special and very unique. Now, before I start opening this, I'm going to give you a preview. This is using the label triple easel.
Right.
So there's going to be 3 labels on this. This package completes 3 cards and has all the pieces. I think it takes 7 pieces to do each of these cards.
I think you're right, but it's actually very simple to do, and the instructions are within there. Plus you get paper patterns. If they're not in there, they're downloadable online.
I think they're in there, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is Happy Mother's Day, so that's our first one.
Right.
And I'm going to raise that
Pop it up.
And then we've got just a sweet little imagery. Pop that up. Especially for you. I'm just feeling pretty special here, guys. And then, first my mother, forever my friend.
Isn't that sweet?
What I like about this card, and we also have it in a heart and an oval, I believe, is that it reveals each sentiment. So as you're going through it, just as I did, you have a chance to really kind of focus on each one. Oh, Happy Mother, so glad you thought of me. Oh, isn't that pretty? Butterflies and flowers, can't go wrong with that. Especially for you, and then the final step.
Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Okay, now do me a favor, go through it again the way you just did, and I'm going to say something when you do it. Okay. Start with that large label.
Okay.
Oh, look, a picture of my children, and then you open it up. Oh, look, a picture of one of the grandkids. Oh, look, another picture. Wouldn't it be great to have a photo on each one of those? And that's telling the
You might
story.
have said the photo first, because now they kind of think you're wonky. Okay, but you're right. Photos would be charming.
A little photo pictorial.
It's that reveal. So just again, if you want something special, but nice to know that you can do something like this with this whole collection.
Exactly. I want to show you some of the elements of that card. Okay. So you're going to get bases. You're going to get 3 different sized bases like this. They are scored here and here. Each base is similar, but they get smaller, and you'll see that in a second. But this was started by being covered with paper. So the back was covered with paper, and you just glue it on, and then you cut around the edge.
And this is the largest piece.
This is the largest piece, and then you glue another piece of paper right onto the front, and then go around and cut that edge. When you're done, you'll have a piece that's double-sided. It's ready to fold in all those places, so you'll see that color on the front and on the back. Now, for the next level, it was using cardstock. Oh, it's kind of hard to see it, but it's like little pastel dots. There we go.
Out of the kit.
Cardstock, the adorable scoreable out of the cardstock, and it was just cut, and it goes only up to the fold and no further, or it would be too hard to fold. And then on the back, so that you could see it when you fold it up, there's a piece of cardstock there. So this one is going to work like that. The very last piece, Lene added paper only to the bottom area. So I just want to make sure you understood. That makes it really simple. Those are the areas you're going to cover. Now, the other things that you get with this card are the labels. So, here, I'll do this. Just so you know, the instructions are within there, but you can glue with the bottom edges. You're going to glue with the bottom edges together like so. One there, just line up those bottom edges, and one here, and you're only going to glue that bottom panel. That leaves these free to fold over and prop up as you like. Now, since you also get these labels, and they come like this, you'll just pop them out. I popped out one of those labels to show you that Lene said she took the cardstock and she glued the label to the back of it and then cut it out. Well, I did almost the same thing. I traced around it, and then I just cut out the cardstock. Then you can use that label again somewhere. And now you've got that cardstock piece ready to decorate.
And then you can just add on one of the foil pieces, or 2 of the foil, or whatever you like. Right, so there you go. We did add, because you know how we are, we did add some teal jewel dazzles just to the edges and inside.
In the flowers, on the flowers. Foam tape those die cuts in place. And of course, foam tape something at the bottom so that that will hold up.
Right.
The other pieces get held up by the panel or the piece that's in front of them.
Right, so, and this is a nice thing to have sitting on the counter, at your desk, wherever you are. It's just a beautiful statement of your heartfelt occasion.
So great fun, great
Right.
foiled finishes. You get some textured, you get blue, gold, silver, you even get a burgundy.
Right, and I think it's just a handy kit to have on hand.
It is, because it has masculine and feminine, so you'll really be able to use it for lots of different things.
And scrapbookers, I hope you agree with me, it's going to be coming very handy.
Well, hey, thanks for being here for a whole
Yes.
week of webisodes again.
And we're actually working on even more of them.
Oh, boy.
So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being, as you know, the very best part of the Paper Wishes family.
Absolutely.